I really believe is, man, live righteously, man. I really believe that, with this nucleus of men that were put together, like I said, I believe in divine intervention, and I believe that we were put in a position and given an opportunity because we actually tried to live the best way that we could, man. And I think a situation, I believe it was created, and the big man upstairs was like, if you live righteous, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to show people what you made of. And I believe that's why we did the prank. AGT heard us. We got an opportunity to be seen and heard in front of millions of people, man. And it was only because, we're not perfect, but these are some good guys. Mm-hmm. And I believe living righteously, man, it pays off.
You're men of character. And that segues a little bit into my final question that I had for you. So I'm standing there last night, and my camera's full. I don't have any more pictures to take. There's no one around me, really. We're right at the end, and I don't see a photographer, but there's a tiny lady, and she was white, and she walks up to you guys, and she locks hands with you. And you guys, you're led in prayer by this small lady, and it was a beautiful thing because I just stood back, and it was perfect. And I'm glad I didn't get a picture of the moment because it was really perfect. I didn't want to interrupt it. I just bowed my head. But she led you guys in prayer and just prayed for your safety and for abundance and prosperity in your life. And it was a wonderful thing because here she is, and I emphasize tiny lady, and she has these towering black men over her, locked in hands. But you could have heard a whisper in that place because everyone got quiet just to listen to the prayer. Can you talk to me about the importance of faith in your music and what that, I would say what that has meant to you, but how that plays a part too in what Linkin Bridge is doing?
Man, I think I said in the beginning, this was in private when we were together, and I don't believe in anybody but the man upstairs, but I trust these guys, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I went out on a limb and I said, dude, I will not forsake you, I will not forsake you. I will give everything that I have in order to make Linkin Bridge be the best Linkin Bridge that we could be. And, in all sincerity, I put myself out there, man. And I trust these guys to do what needs to be done. And I believe and have faith that the man upstairs, if we do our part, if we live righteous, if we rehearse, if we show up to where we need to be, I believe if we handle our part, I think the man upstairs will take care of everything else. That's just my personal belief.
Absolutely. And I believe that faith has a very important role in what we're doing because we've prayed and prayed for years. And I was just saying this to Rome on the way here on the phone that, each one of us individually has prayed in the past. And I was just talking about how Echo sang the song that he sang last night, Return It Back. We've prayed for years and years, and just because God didn't answer us when we wanted him to answer us, I believe that he answered us all at the right time, at the same time.
Timing.
I could have prayed 5 years ago or 10 years ago and been waiting for something to instantly happen. Right. But just because it didn't happen when I wanted it to, you can't lose faith. You have to continue to believe. Right. So, I think that plays a major role.
Yeah. This is China. I think, in my heart, I feel like right now, everything that's happening in the industry, in the music business, has been it's been a very, very, very negative light cast on the music business.
Yes.
And I think that what we are doing, because it was said that doo-wop's dead and good old-fashioned music's gone, how we were able to mix visual, the now and then, mix them together, I think it's out of our hands. I think that we just have to continue to be righteous, like Big Rome said, and we have to continue. And he's going to make a way for us to bring this business back, bring that market back, make it where it used to be. Because I mean, how many? There's no singing groups out right now. There's no one on the corners. When we were growing up, we used to hear musicians on the corners singing and stuff. You don't hear that no more.
Right.
Nowadays, you just hear bullets. You hear bullets flying, or you hear sirens, and you hear, you know what I'm saying, people screaming. You don't hear vocalists walking up the street free singing. Mm-hmm. We're bringing that back. That's what we're doing, and I think that's something that's out of our hands. That's the man above that's bringing that.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
So that's all about that unknown, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of putting it out there. But when I seen that lady pray with us last night, it kind of told me that, yeah, you know, it was a small woman with black men. She went to the only power she knew to go to that would unite that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that has no barriers, in a sense. And I think that's what connects everybody. I don't want to necessarily use the word faith or God in a sense, but it's like that energy of love.
Yes.
That just says, you know what, it doesn't matter who I'm looking at. There's something about that person or something in that person that I want to connect with. And I think that's what our music and our voices are able to, we are able to penetrate those surfaces and come into that point where I think God exists, if that makes sense.
It makes plenty of sense.
Yeah.
You're all, you're filling a void that's out there.
Yeah.
And whether that's a void of faith or love or hope, you're filling that with your music. And you've crossed so many boundaries so far. You've made history and you're continuing to make history. And I just want to emphasize that. We at Claremont Lincoln University, we're so grateful for your time. And of course, we're going to see you again very soon on November 3rd at our gala event. More to come on that. Please stay tuned. But if you just tuned in, we're in the studio today with Linkin Bridge, one of the hottest groups in America right now. Wow. I dare label them musical artists because they do so much more than that, but we'll say musical artists just for that. But we've had them in the studio today. We've talked about stereotypes. We've broken down barriers. We've talked about love, faith, and hope. And please continue to support them, continue to support their work. Wherever you see them, whatever venue they're doing, show up because it's something that you certainly don't want to miss. And it is a timely thing that we need right now in America, especially in the times in which we live. So, gentlemen, I just want to thank you for your time again and being with me today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter.
Follow them on Twitter.
Instagram.
Like them on Facebook, Instagram. Please do that. And
Check out iTunes.
this is Dr. Carter with Claremont Lincoln University signing off, and we thank you again for listening.
I love you.
Yeah.
What you
All
say,
right.
man?